When Sucker for Love debuted in the DreadX 2 collection, it asked a question for our times, and that was, if Cthulhu was really hot, would you try to date them? And apparently for a lot of people, the answer to that question was a resounding yes. And Sucker for Love First Date was born. I had a chance to play a press key of it. Now, because it is a visual novel style game, which also means anything I show you would be spoiler related, I'm turning this mini review into kind of a slideshow, some of my favorite, just complete, nondescript screens from the game. So, if you missed the original concept, this is a kind of visual novel meets light horror aspect of it. While there are some jarring scenes to it, this game does not go like hard, rated R in terms of its violence or content. The story is that we are a person obsessed with the occult and Lovecraftian elder gods, and we find a book to summon some of our favorite outer gods, with the explicit purpose to give them a kiss. The game itself is broken down into 3 distinct chapters. The first chapter is essentially Sucker for Love from the DreadX 2 collection, with a few minor differences and additions. The bulk of the new content is in Chapter 2 and Chapter 3 of the game. In terms of the general gameplay, you're going to be performing various tasks from your books in order to make your chosen elder goddesses very happy. If you fail, you will get a bad ending and you'll have to reload to a previous checkpoint. The first chapter of the game is pretty much linear, and again, it's straight out of the first game, or the DreadX version. With chapters 2 and 3, there's a little bit more in terms of gameplay. Chapter 2 will have you decide which one of the 2 elder gods you want to smooch. And then Chapter 3, without spoiling it, I think does a really good job of playing up the gameplay concept of using the book to solve and survive various challenges. And I won't be showing you anything specific of that chapter, other than a few, again, nondescript scenes. In terms of difficulty, again, this is a visual novel game, so it will not be taxing you from a gameplay standpoint. And if you're hoping for a lot in terms of unique situations or different elements to go through, again, this is going to be a linear title. And chances are, if you're watching this video right now, you are either A, completely tuned off and you're not even going to check this game out, B, you've already bought this game, or C, you're just here to see what crazy images I managed to screen cap while playing it. As somebody who's not a hardcore visual novel lover, I did really enjoy the writing and just the general wackiness of the concept. With that said, I do have a few issues that I want to talk about with the overall design. First, I did run into a lot of bugs when it came to the day 1 version of the game. There's already been one major patch release, and I'm sure there'll be quite a few more. But some of the general graphics and animations didn't play right. And there were some cases where I would do something and it didn't seem like it was actually doing the job or moving the story along. In terms of the checkpoint system, it is okay. Although I found Chapter 2 to be kind of annoying in terms of trying to set things up if you're trying to go for some of the more obscure endings. And with that said, again, as a visual novel game, there really isn't a lot for me to, break down mechanically speaking. If you enjoyed the original Sucker for Love in the DreadX 2 collection, you're going to get a kick out of this one. And if you are completely new to this concept and you don't mind a visual novel game, then I would say just play this for the crazy situation alone. But again, this is kind of more of a mini review. I'd like to thank the developers for giving me a press key to check this one out. And thank you for watching this review. As always, do all that liking and subscribing. Let me tickle your game in the future. It doesn't have to be Lovecraftian, dating, or visual novel. Please get in touch and come back for daily discussions on game design here and on game wisdom, whereas they are in science of games. Once again, this has been Sucker for Love first date. And until next time, take care.